When your body is stressed constantly, or because the nervous system is a little out of whack and it's not able to keep that balance like it should, sometimes people get stuck at maybe a 5, 6, or 7 in their resting state. So that means they're always up on this high level, even when nothing is really going on per se, and that's kind of their new state of balance when they are at their kind of norm. And then a stressor happens. And then it's like the littlest thing kind of puts them over the edge and up into that 10 range, where before they could start at a 0 or 1, but now they're already at a 6 or 7 to start. And then they are at a new school, a bunch of round of new kids with new germs to be faced with, and they're sick instantly. This is why we see a lot of kids first week of school getting sick constantly. They bring it home to their family and parents, they're getting sick. So it's like, if your body is not able to manage these stressors properly, then issues start to happen. If you're in a stressful situation, it seems like the littlest thing throws you over the edge, and you just like, somebody comments one thing to you and you're ready to bite their head off. You know, these things like do compound on each other, and we want you to be able to be in a more balanced state. So that's really what it all boils down to and comes back to all of the time, is finding to where we can get that up and down to be working synchronously with each other. Is that a word? Synchronously? You know what I mean? So that's what it's going to be trying to get to, is finding a nice balance in there. So if it's not working, and why we need a strong immune system, because if it's not strong, it's going to be lazy. And a great example is if you do have kids, if you have ever, especially a play date, and you have more than one kid over, if you've seen what your floor looks like after they're done playing, it's like a disaster area. So what we try to teach our kids all the time is, you know, pick up your toys, it's time for cleanup. And then some parents are like, we're in a hurry, we gotta go, let's just put all this stuff away. And then you're cleaning up their stuff everywhere all the time. And then the kids are just like, you don't even know where they went because they're long gone. They're like, my parents are cleaning up my mess, we can go make a mess in a different room now. If you're doing this constantly, then the kids do start to know that they don't have to clean up their mess. Your immune system and your body works the exact same way. So if you have a stressor and we are starting to have, say, germs that we've been around, and your body's starting to feel like you're coming down with a little something, the cough comes, the snots come, the, fever starts to come in, and they're not really wanted there. So we start to help it out by giving some cough syrup or a little bit of Tylenol or whatever your medication of choice is. And it's like, oh, it's here, I don't have to do anything. So the immune system is like taking a break. And the more this happens, the more the immune system becomes lazier and lazier, and it doesn't know to start to fix these things and attack it by itself. So same kind of concept. We don't want to clean up the mess all of the time for our kids. We don't want that immune system to not be calling in the troops when it's time to combat these things that are happening to our body. So we want to have the system be nice and strong and be ready to attack. We don't want to be sitting on this and waiting for a helper to come along all the time. So that's just a quick little analogy, because I know a lot of people can relate to what I'm talking about when your house looks like that, but this is really where it kind of all ties back in together. We have some that have turned to medications and things, or the medical model for healthcare. When we have the medical system that we turn to first, and then over time we're like, it's not working. I still don't feel good all the time. Maybe I'm gonna switch it up and try to work on my nutrition. Great. Nutrition, maybe some supplements, maybe some essential oils, little alternative medicines. Great. Some improvement maybe not. You're trying the best that you can, eating organic, changing up your diet, still not the best. And it's like, there's something missing. This is where our parents come in and they're like, I've tried everything. They're at their wits' end. We feed this child all organic food. We try our best to get them a good night's rest. Like, they're just still having this stuff going on. And that's when we need to talk about the missing link, which is, for us, the nervous system. The part that you don't really hear about until sometimes it's too late. And unfortunately, we tend to be the last stop for a lot of people instead of being the go-to, which a lot of our families have learned over the years. We've been at this long enough where we've gotten to see that turnaround and thinking of, when something's going on, I need to get them to the chiropractor, because I know that pretty quickly we can start to see a great result and I don't have to rely on medication again or antibiotics. We have some families that have been on 7+ rounds of antibiotics for their children, and now they've become so adapted to those medicines that they no longer work for them. The highest dosage, the strongest types of prescriptions that are at an adult dosage are not working for their child anymore. That is scary, and we don't like to see that. We want to have an easier solution and a safer solution for our family, so that's where we come in.